how to introduce yourself in English ya. Halo, halo, halo. Hello everyone, welcome to my video. Hi, my name is Rina. I'm going to help you to learn this material. Today we are studying about chapter 1 and it is about talking about self. So, in first session, this time we will discuss about the basic concept in talking about self. Where the basic concept in talking about covers three things. First, things to talk in talking about self. Secondly, introducing yourself. And the last, introducing other people. Immediately, we are into the first discussion, things to talk in talking about self. So guys, in talking about self, there are several points that we can share to other people, such as
First, it's about name. This is mandatory. So, if you introduce yourself, you must and are obligated to introduce yourself because it is not funny if you introduce yourself but you forget to introduce your name. That's wrong, guys. And the next, age atau umur. I think this is a little important because I'm afraid that later we will be less polite when dealing with people who are older than us. Next, address. For address, we can divide into two parts. It is originally from and your live now. Its example, where is your originally from? Kamu aslinya berasal dari mana sih? And the second, where is your live now? Di mana kamu tinggal sekarang? So, it's different, guys. The first one is from your originally, and the second is where you live now. So next, occupation. What is occupation? Do you know, guys? Yes, right, pekerjaan. And the next, hobby, kesukaan. Well, your favorites can be shared to other people. And the last, family, keluarga. You can tell your family to other people as long as it's within reasonable limits.
Okay, move to chapter 2. In chapter 2, we learn about introducing yourself. So here, I want to teach you about how to introduce yourself to other people. After this, an expression will appear to introduce ourselves. So first, you can see here.
Okay, first, my name is blah 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 or I am blah blah blah. What is this expression to coach? Yeah, right, to explain the name. So, if you want to explain your name, you can use these two expressions like my name is Rina Ihdal Husnayaini or I am Rina Ihdal Husnayaini, like that. Is that your full name? How about a nickname? If you want to use nickname, you can use like you can call me blah blah blah. So, the example, my name is Rina Ihdal Husnayaini and you can call me Rina. So easy, right? And the next about age atau umur. You can use this expression like I am blah 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 years old. For example, I'm 21 years old, like this. Nah, after this, there are two expressions little confusing between on and in. First, I was born in blah blah blah, and secondly, I was born on blah blah blah. It's very similar, right? But there is a still difference. Where's the difference? The difference, look at the end of the sentence, namely in and on. This is what you need to remember. The word after this must be filled with the place of birth or tempat kamu dilahirkan. Meanwhile, after on, the date of birth atau tanggal kamu dilahirkan. So, POB should use in, while DOB should use on. The example like, I was born in Surabaya, and I was born on 18 July 2000. So, are you understanding? we go into the discussion of address. What is the expression for telling your address? There were two things. There was where you come from and where you live now. So if you place of originally, can use the expression like I'm originally from blah blah blah. Well, the sentence that need to be underlined is the word originally. Whereas no, you live in Semarang because you are studying at Unwali Songo. Lalu gimana dong? Nah, so you can say, but I know live in Semarang. The example, I'm originally from Surabaya, but I know live in Semarang. I know live in blah blah blah. Like this. The next there is occupation. Apa tadi occupation? Right, pekerjaan. How to expression? The expression is very easy. You just say, I am a blah blah blah. If you student, you can say, I'm a student in Semarang. If you teacher, you can say, I'm a teacher. So the next one is hobby. If discussing this hobby is very easy. All you have to do is say, my hobby is blah blah blah. If your hobby is sleeping, you can say, my hobby is sleeping. But I think this is not good hobby. Okay, and the last about family atau keluarga. You can say, I have blah blah blah. Blah 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 can be filled with brother or sister you have. The example, I have one sister, I have one brother, I have two sisters and one brother, like that.
But it is not polite if we introduce ourselves directly to the point. Like, my name is, or I am blah blah blah. I think is not a polite. So it's better to have a request permission first. Therefore, here I have prepared an expression that can be done to ask for permission before introducing yours.
Number 1. Hello, let me introduce myself. Number 2. Hi, I would like to introduce myself. And the last, allow me to introduce myself. These three expressions have the same meaning as asking for permission, so it would be more polite if before introducing ourselves, we ask for permission first.
So that you are not confused, I will give you an example. So hello guys, my name is Rina Ihdal Husnayaini. You can call me Rina. I'm 21 years old. I was born in Lamongan. I was born on 18 July 2000. I'm originally from Lamongan and now I still live in Lamongan. My hobby is writing and I have one sister. Well, easy. Do you understand about this material? I hope you understand about this material. So now let's go to the last discussion. What was that about? Yeah, about how to introduce other people.
Actually, this is almost similar to introduce ourselves, and the difference is only in the subject, because when we introduce ourselves, we use the subject I yang berarti saya, while for other people, we use the subject he for boy and she for girl. And also, when we introduce ourselves, we use possessive adjective my yang berarti saya, while when we introduce other people, we use his or her, his for boys, and her for girl. So it's still the same with introduce ourselves for the first name. Untuk nama, you can use his or her name is blah blah blah. The example, her name is Rahma. The second about age atau umur. For age, you can use he or she is blah 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 years old. The example, she is 9 years old. Like, and the next is for POB. POB is place of birth atau tempat kelahiran. Nah, you can use he or she was born in blah blah blah. The example, he was born in Surabaya. And the next is for DOB. What is DOB? DOB is date of birthday atau tanggal lahir kamu. Nah, you can use he or she was born on blah blah blah. The example, she was born on 18 July 2000. Okay, now talking about address, you can use he or she is originally from blah blah blah. The example, she is originally from Lamongan. And the next for live now atau tempat tinggalnya sekarang, you can use he or she now live in blah blah blah. The example, she now live in Surabaya. Okay, and then for occupation, it's still the same, just changing the subject to he or she is a blah blah blah. The example, he is a student. Then for hobbies, use his or her hobby is blah blah blah. The example, her hobby is reading. And lastly, family. You can use he or she has blah blah blah, brother or sister. Its example, she has 2 sisters and 1 brother, like this.
Introducing other people also has an expression used to ask permission before introducing other people. Here, I have 3 expressions that can use to ask permission first.
So number first, let me introduce you to blah blah blah. To-nya ini bisa diisi dengan nama teman kalian. Example, let me introduce you to Laili. And the next, I would like to introduce my friend to you. And the last, I would like you to meet blah blah blah. Nah, the meaning of all 3 is the same, namely asking permission before introducing others.
So, it can be concluded the biggest difference between introducing ourselves and introducing other people is that the subject introduce yourself use subject I or my. But introducing other people, we use the subject he or she and the passive adjective is her or him. Okay guys, I think enough for our lesson today. Thank you for watching. See you on the next session. Bye bye.